over a couple months ago why the Republicans probably won't lose the House. I still think that's the case. They probably will maintain control.
He was an economist by profession. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that you worked with Bob Dole on his economic budget deficits moving. The economic program that Bob Dole proposed is a terrific program. It has as the objective raising the rate of growth in this country. Everybody knows we have problems. The reason is growth is too slow. Bob Dole has proposed a comprehensive program. It has a 15% across the board tax cut. Every tax. Back to the booth. As far as the how you pay for these tax cuts, it isn't going to be that difficult. First of all, there is a congressional budget resolution that's already been passed that accounts for about half of what you need if you had a president who would sign it. They're going to help America grow again. But let me ask about the concerns that have been stated by people like Bob Dole about the concept that lowering taxes causes the deficit.
One more hour.
Well, actually, in the Reagan period, which is always referred to, it wasn't taxes going down that caused the deficit. It was a lack of control of spending. In other words, he kept proposing spending cuts, and the Democrats would pronounce his budget dead on arrival and spend. Where do you cut, sir? Where do you cut?
The proportion of the top 7, there will be a money line cut of 4 minutes.
Okay, you definitely have to
combine that with a 2-minute ketone break. It gives 6 minutes to get Larry King off the anchor set before the anchor team up there with Bodie and Stein. That should be plenty of time to get everybody in at 7. But we got to move fast. So I've got time to talk to
nation that deserves better than its head than it has. And yes, a victory for life.
Victory for life. And what they're saying, Scotty.
That makes life worth living. Those words and the words in this.
But one must never compromise in regard to God and family and honor and duty and country. And I am here to set a marker so that all may know that it is possible to rise in politics with these things firmly in mind, not compromised and never abandoned. Never abandoned. What it has done in keeping us fed as to what it's done in keeping us free. The freedom of the marketplace is not merely the best guarantor of our prosperity. It is the chief guarantor of our rights. And a government that seizes control of the economy for the good of the people.
Sorry, you know, I got a computer now. Oh, yeah. I got a bunch of video.
Hey, I'm taping this. Don't be swearing at me while I'm taping this.
I got you wrong, man.
Situation where you have the urban power nexus in the Democratic ranks. So these states are still up for grab. Ohio is one of the states that President Clinton will be traveling through, and it's also one of these states that traditionally you have to win if you're going to win the presidency. So these are it's a little bit of an uphill climb for Bob Dole, but he's trying to hit the heart.
Down to 10 points. The argument would be that the Dole campaign could force Clinton to spend a little more time in the Golden State, thus making this swing through the Midwest right now one of probably only 2 he'll be able to do between now and November.
And what does that mean for him? What does that portend? If the Midwest states are so much in demand, so much in play, can he afford to spend so little time?
No, he can't. And the argument 3 or 4 months ago was that Clinton had time and is so wrapped up that he can almost cut his travel schedule there by a third and spend more time in these key battleground states here in the Midwest. Most electoral college watchers.
Not you.
He started out in friendly Territory today in West Virginia. This is a large Democratic state. But Kentucky is a funny state for Clinton this year because the governor's race, there was a special election last fall. The Democratic governor went ahead and beat out the Republican there, but he's come out against Clinton this week over tobacco. So Kentucky, because of the tobacco strategy, could be
Indiana. Indiana's not like
If we need to beat back, you can do that.
My shot is dead.
Clinton has to give it his all everywhere, just the same as Bob Dole has to give his all in California. Bob Dole is really doing sort of a decoy strategy in a place like California. He really doesn't have much chance of swinging those votes, but he can make it very difficult for Bill Clinton to escape campaigning. Likewise, Clinton has to really fight for every single state in the Midwest territory.
I am and always will be grateful for the great contributions he has made to my campaigns and for the invaluable work he has done for me over the last 2 years.
Now, according to McCurry, President Clinton first got word of that story while he was on his train trip in Michigan City, Indiana. He came to Chicago, watched some of the convention on TV, and then to sleep. Bowles talked late last night with Mars. Mars decided to resign, and that's the end of the story. Back to you, Judy.
All right, Jill Doherty, thanks. Well, this news comes in the middle of a very partisan election. The Republican candidate for president, nominee for president, Bob Dole, was for more on the Dole reaction. We go to CNN's Jim Angler. He's with the Dole organization, helping with St. Louis Obispo. Jim?
Judy, Bob Dole has been very careful to take more central position times over the objectives of other White House advisors.
Mr. Potter.
The only part of this story that Bob Dole is willing
We couldn't even wait an hour.
I got to know.
There we go.
For what it has done in keeping us fed, as to what it's done in keeping us free.
Fourth wall, rather. Oh, this is when both of her parents come to.
And Permis is back at the front end. Yeah. Oops. One more, Dan. No. There.
Oh, beautiful.
After you. Go away.
Where'd he go?
At 11:01 a.m. I think he wants to try to have people out of here by noon local.
What was that first thing? 11:01 a.m.
No, at 11:01 a.m. we are off the air and we'll start pulling things right away.
And that's all I got
I would think so. We talked about it.
Like way artistic.
right, I don't think that's going to cause a problem. I just need to have that answer ready when I get it. Hey, Nicole. Nicole.
David? What are we calling you?
Place down starting at 11 a.m.
Morris Media. No, I don't know.
No, Goose meat. Go away with that.
Enough work to do, that's all. Excuse me?
We love you.
This is work.
Mickey Cannon, you're all in this. Thanks for being with us.
Sure, documenting everything. Hey, there's Ivan again.
Oh, God.
It's Irwin, not Ivan.
It was Bob Dole.
Bob Dole doesn't like cameras. After America.
I know I just never heard that.
Let's give Bill Clinton out more years to build a better America. Thank you.
Like to hold the story for it a little bit more than it was. So you're supposed to be. Oh, hi, Steve Stahl. Got a foot fetish?
No. Don't be making Dick Morris jokes.
Dickgate is what we're calling it. House needs a Dick Morris thing. And I said, no, the last thing we need is supposed to be Bill Clinton.
So how much do you think he paid to tell him that Clinton was also using that prostitute?
Ooh. Toegate.
Or since he used road gang, you could just call it toe gang.
Already play that thing on that Media 100.
It's my father who stands afraid for her and millions of other families just like hers who have no health insurance to protect them when they get sick.
That's up 5 seconds, is it?
Yeah. I think I left this in a bit longer, haven't I?
Yeah, I think
that last, there was something wrong with that last.
Yeah, I think you did that. Yeah, that.
I left pad on the end.
Sorry. You want shots of somebody taking down the board? As it disappears?
Okay, and then tell them that I should be
Taking down all of these so that we can send them thank you letters when we get back to Atlanta.
You guys are so efficient.
We don't want anybody to feel they've been snubbed. They're not getting one of our form letters.
Okay, I thought maybe it changed it. But first of all, I don't know, it must be a sort of some private convention of JoJo. Yeah, convention space.
Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Back up, back up, back up. Back up, back off. Majority that dominated the delegations in San Diego.
No, Dan, not yet. It's way down the road.
The image makers tried to pretend it was otherwise. They tried with all the tricks at their disposal
to create a full... It will require huge cuts in the very investments we need to grow and to grow together, and at the same time, slow down the economy. You know what higher interest rates mean? To you it means a higher mortgage payment, a higher car payment, a higher credit card payment. To our economy it means business people will not borrow as much money, invest as much money, create as many new jobs, create as much wealth, raise as many wages. Do we really want to make that same mistake all over again? Do we really want to stop economic growth again?
Keep right there, Todd. Don't go anywhere. Ready, 15.
Do we really want to start piling up another mountain of debt?
Take 15.
Do we want to bring back the recession of 1991 and 92? Do we want to weaken our bridge to the 21st century?
Take 12. Take 10.
Of course we don't. We have an obligation, you and I. Let me say, this is one of those areas in which I respectfully disagree with my opponent. I don't believe we should bet the farm, and I certainly don't believe we should bet the country. We should stay on the right track. So, let me say, people who are being required to work have the opportunity to work. We must make sure the jobs are there.
Yeah, microwave sticks in there. Take 10. We're there a minute ago. Take 9. Take 9.
Provide paychecks. I challenge every state to do it soon.
Really?
I propose also to give businesses a tax credit for every person hired off welfare and kept employed.
Ready, 19.
I propose to offer private job placement firms a bonus for every welfare recipient they place in a job who stays in it. And more importantly, I want to help communities put welfare recipients to work right now without delay, repairing schools, making their neighborhoods clean and safe, making them shine again. There's lots of work to be done out there. Our cities can find ways to put people to work and bring dignity and strength back to these families.
You don't need to do it anymore. I'm satisfied. No more. You're getting ready already. Thank you.
The greatest untapped market not to pass up.
Where is he?
Sounds like the one we have right here in Chicago to grow business in the poor neighborhoods. I propose more community development banks like the South Shore Bank right here in Chicago to help people in those neighborhoods start their own small businesses, more jobs, more income, new markets for America right here at home, making welfare reform a reality. Government can only do so much.
Oh, he's not going to be able to finish.
The private sector has to provide most of these jobs.
Oh, I love it.
So I want to say again,
I don't want to see anybody with difficult. This is going to be said.
man or woman,
Man or woman. Woman.
Native American, native born,
Oh, give me a break.
Immigrant.
straight or gay.
Oh, yeah, I lived it in there.
20th century.
He's working the crowd. Working the crowd. What's on the side?
21st century.
Started at 59. Break 3, I hope.
Yeah, we're still sitting on it.
9:30 half hour.
We're still sitting
The
on
real
break
choice
3.
is
That's what
whether we
we
will
want.
build
3 and 4
bridge to the
behind it.
future or
Yes
bridge
or
to
no?
the past.
Yeah, yes or no.
Whether we believe our best days are still out there.
It was the last thing you mentioned in that little phrase, wasn't it?
Hillary and Chip are going to do no little dance like last.
Yes, they are. They're going to do the Macarena.
You're lying. No, please tell me you're lying.
I'm not lying.
I drink too much
This
water.
night to rise up and build the bridge we know we ought to build all the way into that new
You're breaking
century.
apart. You didn't do that right.
A century of new challenge and unlimited promise.
Get makeup in there, please.
It works.
Do the work that is before us.
There you go. Ready, 19.
So that when our time here is over,
Take 19.
we will all
They're on
watch
the
the
way,
sun
they're
go
on the way.
down.
Last graph,
As we
this is
all
the
must.
last graph.
Take. I ain't working.
And say truly,
Sleep when I'm dead.
we have prepared our children for the dawn.
I can't right now.
2 more lines and he's out of it and stage to test.
Everybody go crazy.
Everybody go crazy. Why?
Everybody go crazy. Balloons are coming. Balloons are coming, guys. Real wide.
I still believe
Stand by balloons. There's going to be balloons everywhere. Ready, 15.
a place
Take 15.
called America. Thank you.
That's it. Ready, 10. Take 10. Ready, 11. Take 11. Watch for balloons. Ready, 15. Take 15. Ready, 13. Take 13.
Only just
Ready, 11. Take 11. Pull that on.
See him.
Pull that on. I got you, Bob. Just like you, buddy. Ready, 9. Take 9.
Chicago. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Ready, pull. Take that on.
Stand by the anchor
Stand
mic.
by the anchor mics. Ready, 15. Take 15. Ready, 18. Ready, 18. Stay in there, Mark. Working. Ready, 12. Look at 14.
take it and pull out.
Take 14. Come on out, 14. Big flags. I love that. Ready, pull head on.
Take it under.
Take it on.
Hold the line.
Mics. Take full head on.
In his address
Ready,
tonight,
18.
William Jefferson Clinton, the 42nd President of the United States,
11.
laid out a
Take 11.
roadmap
Behind the podium.
in hopes that the American
clock back
people,
in?
regardless of their political
Take
persuasions,
16. Let me see as a
Ready, pull head on.
camera.
Take full head on.
if he is reelected, he would be the first Democrat
Ready, 15. I got it. Take 15. Frank, you're up. Pull out. Pull out. Ready, 12.
Integral speech and outward speech and outward
Good, that's good.
talk about these people as people who share the common enterprise that many, many Americans share,
Oh, nice.
raising a family. And if the small proposals get out there,
They got red and white ones up there too. They haven't dropped them yet.
it's easier in tough
They got
times.
red and white ones up there.
Send them to school, send them to house.
This part of this convention is what really drives the Secret Service and police to distraction. All these helium-filled balloons are coming down now.
Alarm, confetti, just interfering with all sorts of electronic signals going around in this gigantic, what is it, 23,000 seat arena, the United Center, where we set all three of us. Normally are here playing basketball, but tonight there's something to do.
Already 19. Take 19.
If the economy's on the right track, it's as I said, and a lot of Americans don't figure out for some period of time.
19. Hold on.
The convention this year,
Hold 5.
back right up against Labor Day, the traditional start of the convention, in part because of the Olympics that we had this year. And that leaves the journalistic community, all of us who came from San Diego on about a week's break and now doing Chicago, and now ready to head on to the general election campaign. A certain measure of fatigue here.
Our executive producer, Bob Fernand, and our political director, Tom Hannon, remind us that the music is significant. 4 years ago at the Democratic Convention, the music was Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow. Tonight it's only the beginning. There's a message
By Chicago.
Oh, I love that time. Let it go. Ready, 13. Take 13.
Recrimination.
Take 10.
Now, Orange County is Republican country in California, a state with 64 electoral votes. Stahl would still like to win this state, which has been polling heavily for President Clinton. Earlier today, Stahl had a rally in San Luis Obispo, some 200 miles north of here. He told thousands of party faithful to take any promises President Clinton made in his acceptance speech in Chicago with a grain of salt.
Wait.
Stahl did later comment briefly on the character of the company the president keeps.